in this video we'll cover how to open and utilize the VisualizIRR report. First we'll talk about how to decompress the report file, then how to view the report, and last how to add your metadata to the report. When you download the TCR report from the CIDC portal, it will be a compressed file with the extension tar.gz. Your first step is to decompress the file. On a Mac, this is simple as double-clicking on the file. It can also be accomplished in a terminal window with the bash command tar. For example, tar with the parameters xvzf and your file name will decompress the file. If you're using a Windows-based machine, you will need to use a third-party software to open the tar compressed file. WinZip is an example of a third-party software that can open tar compressed files. In this example, we just double-click on the file name in our Downloads folder on a Mac. And this is demonstrating how to do the same thing using a bash command in the terminal window. Once you've decompressed the tar.gz file, you can view the report. On old browsers, you can just double-click on the HTML file to view the report. However, in most newer browsers, you will need to use a Python command to open a simple server to open the report. To do this, you'll want to change directories to the directory of your report, and then use one of the two Python commands that you see on this screen, depending on your version of Python. Once you do this, the report should open up automatically. In this example, I've moved my report to my Dropbox, so I'll change directories to my Dropbox and then to the report directory within the Dropbox. Once I'm there, I will type in the Python 3 command, and the report will automatically load onto my browser. This initial report that I'm seeing will have all the segment gene usages for the samples in my report, and will also show the CDR3 length distributions for the cohorts in my report. However, when I go to the cohort analysis diversity section, since I don't have any metadata, this is not a very informative part of the report. So next we will add our metadata. To add your metadata to your VisualizIRR report, you'll want to change a file called meta.csv. Meta.csv can be found in the Data subfolder within your report directory. Meta.csv is a comma-delimited file, and it can be opened in Microsoft Excel or other spreadsheet programs. However, make sure any changes you make are saved back into the CSV format. Meta.csv should be populated with your sample names when you receive it. You do not want to change those sample names, but can add columns for your other data. To add metadata to your VisualizIRR report, you will add columns to the meta.csv file. There are three main points about adding columns that I'll summarize here and then show you with a sample meta.csv file. First, to facilitate comparisons, metadata should be converted to categorical bins if the data isn't categorical already. Second, if you'd like your categorical values to be ordered, you will change the header such that after the header name, you have your categories in order separated by pipes. And then in the sample values for each patient, you will add numbers instead of the category names. Last, if you wish to do paired sample analysis, you'll need to have two columns, one time point, the other is visgroup. When you open your meta.csv file, you should see your sample names on the left. This metasheet has been pre-populated with other values, but you will need to add the column names on the right. First, note that all values have categories, including those that are usually continuous variables. So if you look at PFS, progression-free survival, you'll see that 2 bins have been made from those for those continuous values, from 0 to 9 months and 10 to 19 months. Similarly, in the age column, you'll see that it's been broken up by decades. In order to create ordered categorical values, you can look at the time point column as an example. Time point is the name of the column, and the values that can be added there are baseline or pre-cycle 4, which are separated by the pipes. In the actual values down below, you'll see 0 and 1, with 0 meaning baseline and 1 meaning pre-cycle. The actual category names will show up in the report, but in the values for each sample, you will have a number. Last, if you do want to do paired analysis, you'll need to have time point, like this column that you see here, and you also need to have the viz group. Viz group is where you will record which patient the sample belongs to. So in this example, the first 2 rows belong to participant 33. Once you've updated your meta.csv file and saved it, you should be able to reload your HTML report and it will be populated with the new information.